Guys, I have a competitor. Someone is after Logicked. What am I gonna do?
This video is for fellow YouTuber Logicked.
I'm on to you, Gina. Logicked always had the tendency to fanboy around. There was Pendleton.
Hello, this is John Morris Pendleton, chemist, scientist, auto mechanic, mid-husband, father of 8, happily married man.
Ah, trouble at home? You want to talk about it?
Then there was Donnie.
Here's me taking it a step further.
Oh, Donnie. Donnie!
Yes, Papa?
No, we're not doing that again.
Then there was Claudia.
I am Dr. Claudia Albers, Planetex research and professional physicist.
I have a dilemma. See, my brain thinks you said you're Dr. Claudia Albers, Planetex researcher and professional physicist. But Google's brain thinks you said you're Zalklikkenpiltje Elpers, Playtex research and professional trust. Apparently that's Dutch, presumably for Zalklikkenpiltje Elpers, Playtex research and professional trust. It's really amazing how closely related our languages are.
And of course, there was also Theophilus.
I'm your host, Theophilus Mcpherson.
Hold up, is your name really Theophilus Mcpherson? Because no joke, I think that's the most badass name I've ever heard.
But until now, he has either gotten an affectionate cold shoulder, an awkward tua culpa response, or at the best, a chill hangout.
Is anybody online yet?
Oh yeah, we have, let me see how many are watching here. 456.
Wow, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Told you people like you.
Wow.
But not so with Gina. First, she taunted him.
So, I didn't even know you did another video. So guess what? Someone said, you should, respond to him.
Then, she went for the infamous boob shot.
Why? Why is this camera up so high?
Also she forgot to put the proper chart on for these kinds of shots. But you can't have everything in life, I guess. Either way, then she moved on and started to flirtatiously play with her hair. And then, when at least I expected it to get any worse, she gave him a pet name.
I think that does look somewhat better. Don't you think so, Logitech? I think I'm going to dance now, Logitech.
No one gives my lizard boy cutesy pet names. At least not without my approval. Prepare for a vengeance debunk.
Okay, I'm done dancing, Logitech. And about those pictures and those birds.
Oh yes, those pictures and birds. Let's refresh our memory a bit about those, shall we?
Looks like a normal flock of birds, like that.
Yep, you're right. That really does look like a normal flock of birds.
This is a black and white of the birds. You can clearly see the extraterrestrials. Right here was another extraterrestrial. Look at this. This is not a normal bird.
Of course it doesn't look normal. You zoomed into a digital photo and inverted it. What do you think you're going to see if not this?
That's like, these extraterrestrial technology projecting themselves in the shape of birds. It looks like there's a ship inside of this right here.
That's it. That's the evidence. So, now that we know what we're talking about, what about the birds, Gina? What about them?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
About those UFOs that can shape shift into a bird.
UFOs that can shift into birds. Yes, Gina, do tell us about it. Tell us all about it. And show it to us too. Because you see, in your original video, you didn't actually show any footage about the sort of shift that you're talking about. Now, I would have a very, very close look at that kind of footage too, but at least there would be footage. But you did not offer footage. You offered this. A blurry, pixely hive of bird pixels. And your word that it is a UFO. So?
They can. Okay, they can shapeshift into a bird, contrary to what you said.
Oh, really? Can they now? And how exactly do you know that?
And those big stars up in the sky.
Oh, so nothing else about the birds then?
There are things that crawl out of the stars, okay? That's what I want you to know.
I am well aware that you want us to know this. But the question is, are you right? Is this an actual description of reality? And the case you made was not really that convincing. I mean, do you remember what your evidence for this one was?
Look at this book. Look at this book. Man Reaches the Moon. A strange and forbidden race. Giant fiendish. Look at the spiders on the moon. Missile to the moon. And then I saw these spiders, and then I was reminded, now wait a minute. There is a race of extraterrestrials called Zetas. Look at this. Moon base Zeta.
The herbs, Sims in the city. Jesus Christ. We're getting a double whammy on the fiction here.
Does anybody know where the moon base Zeta is? Because I was looking in the catalog. Look, and they did spider things.
To make your point, you used an old film poster of a sci-fi movie, which you believed to be a book.
Look at the names down at the bottom. This is clearly a movie poster. Missile to the Moon, 1958, 3.9 out of 10.
I mean, you didn't even research enough to figure out what exactly you're looking at. If you want to prove spiders on the moon, then maybe show us actual spiders on the actual moon. Because to use a decades-old alien fantasy movie as evidence for your moon spider is about as convincing as using the dragons of Harry Potter to prove the existence of Nessie.
You know, they literally, when I was looking at one that I saved, it looked like a great big giant spider crawled out of the crack in it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The moon's on fire. The moon's on fire. Maybe not. Maybe it's just an LED. Just maybe.
That's exactly what it looked like, because you know there's tarantulas. There's a race of tarantulas that inhabit the moon.
All right, Gina, let us think about this a little bit. Tarantulas are a very particular subset of spiders, and they developed into their shapes and sizes because it was advantageous for them. For, I don't know, climate, food procurement, procreation, probably a mix of all of them. For example, you're not very likely to find these kind of animals in the tundra belt of Siberia. Now, if we look at the moon, the climate there is really volatile. It goes from roughly plus 130 Celsius down to minus 170 Celsius. Or, for the Americans in Fahrenheit, that's about 260 plus to 280 minus Fahrenheit. And no, these are not precise numbers, it's just a general point. So, a volatile climate, no atmosphere, no vegetation, and I would guess with quite some confidence that there ain't much food up there either for that spider. So how exactly do you imagine that we would suddenly have these giant creatures up on the moon? No, don't even answer that. Actually, do answer that. I bet the answer is priceless.
There is big giant spiders. They're the I forget the name of them, but they have a moon base on the moon.
The moon base on the moon, not the moon base on Mars. Thank you for the clarification there, Gina.
So I don't think it'd be too far-fetched to think that they could get on those stars up there in the sky. I don't. I really don't.
So, due to you, there are spiders on a moon base on the moon, and they spread from the moon to the stars. Not counting the fact that most of those stars are about as hot, if not hotter, than our sun, because they are suns. And therefore they might be a tiny little over-tempered for those poor tarantulas. I think your hypothesis might be a little bit off. Just a little.
So this is my response. Yeah, that's it.
Very insightful. Thank you very much. And just so that we have this cleared up once and for all, if I get you tying logic to your couch for non-YouTube friendly subjugation exercises and you didn't send me an invitation for it, then I won't like you anymore. You got that? Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Especially share. And if you want to see my videos a day in advance, or if you just want to make sure that you don't miss any videos, maybe consider signing up for Logicked's email list under list.logicked.com. If I remember, I will put the link in the description. Please leave me a comment with your suggestions in the comment section. And please tell me how to free Logicked from these flirtatious woo-woo peddlers everywhere. Or maybe them from him. Where was I? Oh, yes. If you really like what I do, maybe consider supporting me. And have a great evening. Mwah!
The best proof of Santa is the consensus. The most simple yet most effective way to fact-check something. Lol.
Nah, that can't be real. The consensus says there are no reptoids, and I'm standing right in front of them.
The Punisher was Santa. That proves it's tied into the Marvel Universe.
The Marvel Universe is real?
First off, Santa is not a single person. It's a group of extraterrestrial, aka ancient aliens. That's why there are so many different versions of Santa. St. Nicholas, Kris Kringle, etc. Second, they're located at the South Pole. The Antarctic Treaty was signed to protect their workshops. Flat Earth is a psyop used to hide this fact. And third, all advanced technologies come of these extraterrestrials. And they have also shut down the Area 51 spacecraft to steal more technology.
Wait. Santa stole Area 51 technology? Or we did? Why didn't you steal it from the South Pole?
This beard, it's weird.
Oh yes, it is.
You liar! You lie! I got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas as a kid, so that proves that Santa is real.
With what did you bribe Santa?
You Santatists don't respect anything.
That's Santaists.
When Santa comes to your house, you'll see the errors of your ways.
What a pervert! I gotta set up a booby trap.
My 7-year-old told me he got presents from him. He must be real. Stupid sheeple.
That is a very good argument.
I will not say Santa is real, but I will say that the spirit of Santa is real.
Wait a second. Santa is disembodied? Now that would explain quite a few things. Yeah.
The fact that so many parents participate in the tradition, the people pose as Santa, and that government agencies will go so far to push the concept to make Christmas special for kids, proves that the spirit of Santa is real.
Oh my god, parents are haunted? No! And the government too? Well, I knew that.
Santa is real because Aaron Rossfather said he was, and Aaron Rossfather would never lie to Aaron.
But what if Aaron lied to you?
Obviously your accent comes from you being part vampire, specifically Count Vlad Dracula's great-great-granddaughter, conceived under a crimson moon to reptile parent as a pact between the vampire clans and the reptile overlords. It's all quite obvious.
Why did you have to dox me? Now everyone knows. There's nothing better than reading out funny comments. Thank you all for writing them. For that poor spider. For that spider. I can't say poor, otherwise Logic gets upset. Really doesn't like spiders, does he? Nope. I'm always the one who has to pick them up and put them away.